Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Clonch. Today, Ripley and I are going to go ahead and show you a call-off video. What that means is if he goes for an object you do not want, like a shoe, you're going to either tell him off with a 2-finger poke or with a 2-finger poke. If he's wearing a leash, you can also do a leash tug with either the off or the noise, and that's just telling him no, you cannot go for that object. Right now I've brought out a shoe. Obviously I don't want him going for shoes, so if he goes for it, I'm gonna make that noise or tell him off and go from there. Hey bud. And I'm just gonna move around and see what he does, if he has any interest in it. Or if he eats stuff off the ground, I can also correct him. Off. Good boy, good job walking away from it. I'm going to go ahead and drop the leash just because most likely this will be happening in your house, so you're probably not going to have a leash on him. So I prepared myself in case he was going to go for it, but I waited to see if he was going to. He did a circle around it. That is good. That's allowed. Hey, come here. Don't leave me. Good buddy. Good, sit, good boy. He's sitting. That's always good behavior. You get a treat for that. Good boy. Good boy. I'm gonna pick up the shoe and move it. I'm not gonna play with it or tease him with it or anything like that, but most likely you will have to pick up your shoes and move them in your home at some point. So just because I moved the shoe doesn't mean he should play with it. Off, off. Nice and firm voice. Took 2 pokes that time to get him to stop. Good boy. He's a good boy because he stopped. Good. Good puppy. Yes, much better to come sit by me rather than go for the shoe. Good boy. This is something we have been working on since he got to me. Obviously, he's in my home, so if he goes for objects he's not supposed to have, he gets the same correction, same deal. Just teaching him not to go for stuff. He's not had this shoe before, so the shoe is new and exciting, just like stuff will be in your home. But that is just teaching him a no command. As you can see, he's already getting the hang of it. He's understanding, oh, that object is off limits. He's sitting, he's being a good boy. We'll try to move the shoe again because that made it really interesting to him. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Oh, you dropped it. Here, bud. Again, I'm not playing with it. I'm not teasing him or anything like that. I'm just moving the shoe and putting it down calmly, not, being super hyper, trying to make it fun in any way. Set it down. That time you could see he actually thought about it and decided not to go for the shoe. That's what I'm looking for. That just shows me he's learning that that is off limits. And I picked it up, and that's what triggered him a second ago. So again, you can see he's interested in it. He thinks it's something to play with. Good boy. Didn't go for it. And instead, this time, instead of a treat, I have a puppy toy here, a little chew bone. I'm gonna give that to him because basically all he's telling me with the shoe is that he's bored. He wants something to do, something to bite on. He's a puppy. So instead of just telling him no, I'm gonna give him his toy, what he can play with, and just give him something to do so he's not bored and he's got something to keep his little mind occupied. This would be the same if he was in my house. I would give him something like this so he has something to do with what is his toy. Another great reason for having that puppy playpen, because you don't have to worry about shoes and stuff as much because he's in his area. But if he's not, be careful with your stuff. Pay attention to it. Also, buy toys that don't look like your items. So I know I have seen toys that look like Crocs or little slippers or even like little TV remotes. You don't want anything like that because you want to teach him certain items are his things and certain items are my things. And I don't want him thinking that Crocs are his items. Shoes are not your items. Little bone is your item. Place your toy. Yeah, you want love, don't you? And that's just teaching him a no command. As you can see, right now he's more interested in me than he is in the shoe or even the bone at this moment. So I'm just gonna pet him, tell him he's a good boy for not going for the shoe again. And you do this with any object in your home. Like I said, this is exactly what I've been doing with him in my home since he got here. All right, have a good one.